Hey everyone, it's Kayla, and today I have a book haul for you all. These are all the books that I've collected for the past 6 months, the first 6 months of 2018. There's not many things to show you because I'm kind of holding back on buying books lately. I feel like if I'm not reading, I should not be buying books because my TBR is 1,000 miles long, so as it is. So yeah, let's get started. Just want to say I apologize for any glares on my glasses, but I'm currently pet sitting for my cousin and this is the best lighting in the house, so bear with me. And the windows are right there, so obviously it's gonna reflect in these babies, so I'm sorry about that. I picked up the first volume of Spell on Wheels. The back says, a road trip story, a magical revenge fantasy, a sisters over mister's tale of 3 witches out to get back what was taken from them. Sign me up for the next war. You know what I'm saying? I also picked up Royal City Volume 1. This is by Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire wrote Sweet Tooth, which I absolutely loved. It's one of my favorite comic series of all time. This series is about a family with dark secrets set in a town with some supernatural stuff going on, and that right there kind of reminds me of like Riverdale, and like I've been binge watching Riverdale lately, so I'll probably be reading this very soon. I also picked up volume 1 of Motor Crush. This features a main character who by day competes for fame and fortune in this worldwide motorcycle race or league, and then by night she competes against gangs to find this illegal substance known as Crush, I believe, and it's supposed to like enhance engines and stuff like that, and just sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie. I found this on Amazon Recommends and I never heard about it before, and I was just like, I need to buy something. I don't know why. You know, sometimes I just get in the mood to like buy everything that I see on Amazon. It's a real problem, but I picked this up and I can't wait to get into it. It sounds dark and gritty and exciting, and yeah, so how many times am I going to say exciting in this video? I don't know. I also picked up volume 1 of Lady Castle. This is a fantasy comic about a castle where the knights go off and a dragon eats them, and all the men in the castle are basically gone, so the women have to step up and train to become knights. Basically, I feel like this is going to be a bunch of training montages and women taking names, and I'm here for that. I recently picked up 3 Dark Crowns and 1 Dark Throne by Kendar Blake, and this is becoming one of my favorite fantasy series ever, probably. For those of you that don't know, this series revolves around 3 sisters who, when they're 6 years old, they're separated and raised by different factions, and they have to compete against each other essentially, and one survives this year long thing, and then the other 2 obviously die, and she becomes queen of this island. So yeah, it's really good. like surprisingly good, and yeah, believe the hype on this one. Like, just trust me, it's the second book, guys. The second book is like, at the beginning of the year, I also picked up Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shannon McGuire. This is the 3rd book in the Wayward Children series, and I absolutely love this series. I listened to all 3 of these on audiobook, and I highly recommend that because they're short, they're quick, and it's more immersive in my opinion. And in this particular volume, we got more of the world building and the complexity of the world and different things like that, and I really appreciated that a lot. We also got some fat rep in here, which I really appreciate. This series is about a home for children who have gone through portals to other worlds and have come back to our world and need to cope. I just read recently that we're getting 4 more books for sure, and I'm just so here for that. Like, I'm just so engrossed in this world, and I want to learn all about it and all the different worlds, and I want a book about each world. That's what I want. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. I also picked up Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. One of my 5-star reads this year was Little Fires Everywhere, so I just had to own her other book because she's quickly becoming one of my favorite writers. I believe it's about a Chinese American family living in Ohio in the 1970s. Their daughter's body turns up, and I don't think the mystery obviously is the main focus. It's more focused on, you know, family dynamics and everything. So I can't wait to get into this, and I loved Little Fires Everywhere, and from what I hear, people like this one more. So yeah, I can't wait to check that out. I also picked up Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. This is an autobiography that she wrote. Shonda Rhimes, if you've been living under a rock, created Shondaland Thursday, which is on ABC Network. She writes for Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. Back in the day, she wrote for Private Practice as well. So she's very accomplished, not gonna lie. And I think 2 years ago, I think this was published 2 years ago, she said yes to everything essentially in her life, and she wrote about it. She even lost 100 pounds, and I was just really interested in reading this. I really like it so far. I'm about like 7 chapters in. She's really funny, and It's funny because I watched Scandal and I watched the first like 6 seasons of Grey's back when it was good. And I can tell like her writing style, like I can tell it's Shonda. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this a lot. I also picked up Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. And I picked this one up because my friend Amanda recommended it. Apparently it's a funny twist on the truths of depression and anxiety, which I tend to suffer from, and I just think it's really going to hit close to home, and I'll appreciate it so much. I've read so many good reviews on it. I really want to get into more nonfiction just to be, you know, well-versed with different writing styles and everything. So if you have any recommendations below, let me know. I also picked up The Anatomy of Story by John Truby. I heard this is like the Bible for novel writing, essentially. All of my friends are raving about it and say they can't live without it and that it changed the way they think about their writing. So I definitely had to pick this up for my collection, and I'll definitely be reading it probably after I finished the first draft of my current work in progress. So I'm really excited to see how this revamps everything for me. I also pre-ordered and picked up Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and this is essentially Avatar: The Last Airbender mixed with African fantasy. Well, we'll save my thoughts for this one in a wrap-up because whew. I will say though that I absolutely love this cover, and the inside, the map is printed right on the inside, and I love that so much. So it is beautiful, don't get me wrong, it is beautiful. I also picked up To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This is a standalone fantasy with a Little Mermaid twist. Our two main characters are a siren who takes the hearts of princes and also a prince who hunts the high seas for sirens. So you know where this is going, and it's a good time. It's a good time. After watching the BookTube SFF live show, I absolutely downloaded on my Kindle Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. I mean, assassin nuns, guys. Like, what other buzzword do you need, really? I just want to read it because everybody, except for one person, I think, or 2 people, voted for this as the best fantasy book of the year in the live show. So yeah, I'm definitely going to read it. I actually just started it the other day, and I can tell like it's going to be a dark, gritty ambience kind of deal. And after 3 Dark Crowns and 1 Dark Throne, I need more darkness in my life. I need darkness in my reading life. Let me rephrase that. And the last thing I picked up is The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. Kate Quinn is actually one of my favorite authors. I just forget that she exists sometimes, but she wrote the Rome series. If you ever heard me talk about Mistress of Rome, it's like a soapy ancient Rome drama, and there's a couple books in it now, but like I just love the soapiness of it. Like, I feel like it would make a great television show. Kate Quinn's most recent work is The Alice Network, and it seems more not soapy, more serious than that. Basically, it's about a female spy in France during World War I and also an American socialite searching for her cousin in 1947, so, and how their lives intertwine and everything. And I love historical fiction, I just don't read it enough. I had to pick it up. It was like on sale for a Kindle Daily deal for $1.99, and I was like, yep, time to get it. Alright guys, that's it for this book haul. Let me know below if you've read any of these things, and I will see you soon with another video. I hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.